2, what about you, Eterna? Predictions based on the draft?
Guys, again, I am on the edge of my seat because, you know, these two are really, really good games and good teams here. But guys, Blacklist, they're playing with their comfort picks, and this is what they know best. And they're
Look at
playing.
that. Yeah, they're
See,
actually trying to
exactly.
do the same thing that Blacklist did to them. They're going to pressure them in the early game, use the strong, clear power that they have on the Kagura and the Kaja to get every single thing. And Max secures the Little Wanderer, and he's most probably going to be able to secure this too because there is no Yi with damage, right? Now there's two supports that don't necessarily deal damage but provide a lot of sustain and utility for his team.
Yeah, so as I was saying, my money's on Blacklist. What is your feeling here, Mirko?
So you said Blacklist as well, right, Rashi?
I said
You said
BTR.
You said BTR, I will stick with BTR because finally I like their composition. Just now,
Okay.
I didn't really like their composition, but I have to stick with my bros right now. But right now, Biggitron Alpha, they are still pushing this lane. Apparently, Venus has gotten this lane pushed up faster than Biggitron Alpha, and Renbo is just farming away. ESON will poke him a little bit more, and Kaja is still waiting for that level 4 where he can use that Divine Judgment to get a pick.
Yeah, I mean, at this stage, it seems like Wise is just, you know, buying time, using it to farm. I mean, the others in the mid lane, like, oh my goodness. Oh, but what is going on here?
Almost gets a kill, Phantom Execution being used, but a flicker, very fast flicker from ESON to ensure safety right there. But yeah, continue, Eternal.
I mean, like, that's the thing about...
Wait a minute, never mind.
Guys.
Bravest fighter to the backside, he flickers in front, Max gonna be target, Thorn Rose being used, and just like that, Max outplays him. Venus flickers in front to get a kill. He's gonna get taken down by Matt, rotates towards here. Matt's gonna go in with the Black Dragon form, Furious Dash to the backside, gonna be able to get one kill, going to Wise. That is not gonna be a kill for Blacklist. It will be a double kill for Biggitron Alpha. Finally fighting back as they look towards the first turtle. Arashi, Biggitron are back, baby.
You're back indeed. Back with a big bang, actually. They instantly move towards the turtle, and Edward will try and contest it, but I don't think he can do anything.
Yeah, Eterna. Any thoughts after that fight?
Guys, I did not expect that, honestly. I mean, but we have a technical pause here, guys, so we're just gonna have to wait just a minute to see what will unfold in the next few minutes.
Yeah, that was a beautiful play by Max, though.
Yeah.
And I think a little bit aggressive by Edward. That was crazy, you know? He jumped in with the bravest fighter knowing that Lancelot has the Thorn Rose, all right? It makes him invulnerable, especially under the turret in level 5. That was the first 2 minutes, all right? You can't really play that aggressively and tower dive in the first few minutes unless that just to me was just over aggressive.
But I mean, if it did work out, that would have been really big for Blacklist, right? So
true, but because it didn't, Venus also committed into it. He got killed, and because one of the supports was down, Matt was able to dive to the backside. Aldous is still weak, very weak.
100%.
Especially, we are still in the 3rd minute. He has no stacks, only a few stacks. Rafaela gets wiped out. So does that Aldous, and this is exactly what I mentioned. They want to play it in the early game. They want to look for these crazy fights and get that early game lead where they can use that lead to push to the mid game and push to get the game. Let's get straight into the game. After a technical issue from Biggitron Alpha, we are finally back to the Land of Dawn, Eterna.
Okay, guys, I mean, you're right. That was such a risky play by Edward there. I mean, risk-reward, but this time more risk and drawback here, as they had to lose 2 members of their team in that little skirmish in the middle. But as you can see, we're already in 3 minutes. 1,000 gold lead, guys. How are you guys feeling about this right now?
I mean, Arashi, any thoughts after that fight? What do you think Blacklist can do right now? Because they are in a bit of a pickle. They have 2 supports and they are behind. The second turtle will spawn in 70 seconds.
I think they might just let go of the turtle in favor of scaling more into the later stages of the game, because that play was initiated by Edward in the first place, right? So I think, despite the efforts of BTR, they actually were okay thus far until that play happened. So they might just default back to playing safe and then again rely on playing 4 Protect 1 in the late game.
Yeah, but Dream's already flickered inside. Look at the Divine Judgment. The Thorn Rose being able to get him. Max going to be able to puncture away as Renbo joins in the team fight. OHEB will be actually chunked very low. Thorn Rose being used as Max will secure that little jungle minion as well. And that is another pick going to the hands of Biggitron Alpha.
Guys, Biggitron is playing really aggressive now, which is really really good. I mean, they have to keep up this tempo so they can have an early win lead. Because as we know, if we push Blacklist International, especially with their comp, to the late game, it might be super disastrous for Bigatron Alpha, and they might have to, you know, lose this group stage.
Yeah, but look at that. Dreams waiting in the bush, giving ESON a heart attack right there. But unfortunately, Dreams still doesn't have his divine judgment just yet, so no pulls for him. But yeah, they're just opening the map now. OHEB jumping onto Key, as Key will be able to clear that wave just in time for this turtle right here, Eterna.
Okay, we have Turtle here already spawned. I mean, Blacklist already, you know, trying to initiate a fight. I think they're not going to go for it, but rather trying to pick off anyone that they can. But as you can see, Dreams here is already trying to, you know, give pressure towards here. And and they take Edward.
Yeah, look at that. The burst coming in, Meteor Shower, to deal a lot of damage to the backside. Matt will follow it up, and he's actually going to dive all the way to the backside. Turtle has been reset, though. A lot of abilities burned from the side of Bigatron Alpha. And remember, without these abilities, they're not able to burst this backline from Blacklist. They're just going to push this mid-side turret. Very smart play from Bigatron Alpha. This is what I expected in the first game. Go for the trade. You force them out of a bad situation. Go into the mid lane turret. Go into the top lane turret. You don't need to commit to these neutral objectives.
It seems like actually Blacklist International was caught off guard there. They actually thought that Bigatron was going to commit to the turtle, and yet, so they just let go of the tower just like that.
Yeah.
I mean, both teams seem to be playing really, really calculated. I mean, they're playing really safe. They're super scared to take in the initiations, but Dream S, I think he pulled in the wrong player earlier.
I mean, he pulled in the frontliner, so it's really good because if you're able to burst the frontliner, there's no one else able to tank that. Dreams goes into the flicker, gonna be able to burst ESON down, but that is a lot of abilities and a lot of resources spent for that one member. Now, they have to back away, and very, very smart play by Bigatron Alpha. The turtle will go in, but Renbo with the yin yang overturn to the backside. Now Edward is in a bad situation. Black Dragon form going to dive in, but Wise is in a 1v4. He actually survives here. He's going to be able to deal some damage, not anything back, as Bigatron Alpha will trade 1 kill for a turtle.
Guys, what a play there, especially by Wise. I mean, he knows that his backup is super strong and right behind him, so he just went for it.
I mean, despite being caught in a 1v4-ish, basically, Wise actually was surprisingly durable. He survived for very long there. Knowing that, I guess he went in knowing that Bigatron used most of their ultimates already, and so he knew, like, at the worst case scenario, he was still gonna make it out.
That's the thing about Bigatron Alpha. They go for picks, right? But if they use too many resources on one hero, it'll be disastrous for them because Blacklist International, they have a lot of continuous damage from the Aldous to the Harith to the Lapu Lapu. Everyone does continuous damage. They don't just fall off after their abilities have been used, Eterna.
Yeah, you're completely right. And as you can see here, Blacklist is trying to pressure that bottom lane, maybe just trying to clear and help OHEB just, you know, keep up the gold. And Edward here also in kind of a stalemate here with the YZ. But guys, it seems like these two teams are quite passive at the moment, waiting for the next turtle, who will spawn in under 40 seconds.
Yeah, the thing is, Blacklist International, they can be passive all they want because they are playing for the late game, whereas Bigatron Alpha, they need to be proactive on the map. They need to be looking for these fights, these picks in the early game, because if it goes to the mid game, their chances of winning will scale with the game, all right?
Yeah.
There's chance of winning will decrease as the game goes longer and longer. But now, Bigatron Alpha looking for a dive onto Edward. Raven Spider has been used, Phantom Execution will follow it up. For Rose, very perfect timing right here. Edward gets taken very low, but he's not taken down. The flame shot from downtown will finish him off, as that is a trade from the top side, and Bigatron Alpha gets 1 kill for 0.
Yeah, and Blacklist here, what has OHEB and Oh My Venus been doing? I mean, as it was going on in the top lane, they weren't really doing anything. They were just kind of drifting in the bottom lane.
That's the thing, because
like,
Chang'e,
no trade.
the thing is, they can't trade against a Chang'e. Chang'e with the Meteor Shower just bursts through every single minion, clears the way before they can even do anything. So even though they put more members in that bottom lane, they can't do anything without a mini wave.
Yeah, you're completely right. As you can see, Turtle is almost down with... Oh, and it gets taken by Max here, guys.
Yeah, Max was able to get that, and it was an amazing divine judgment as well. They didn't commit too wise. They just pulled him away so that he can't retribution. And Arashi, right now, already a 4,000 gold lead for Bigatron Alpha, but it seems like they're just not taking the fights. What do you think is going on? How do you think they're going to win this game? Are they going to win purely from split pushing?
I think if they continue with this game plan, that's what they're gonna be forced to do. I really think that with this kind of advantage that they have right now, they might want to try and take control in the enemy side, on the side of Blacklist jungle, right? And so if they have some control in the jungle of Blacklist, they can set up traps, they can set up ambushes where they can get the upper hand without even expending too many of their ultimates, as we have seen in these neutral objective team fights.
Yeah, and look at that already. They're trading once again, but look at that. The Chaos Fate has been used. He is going to chase Fate all the way there. Key and Wise. Oh my god, Phantom X being used, but look at the damage. It's just non-existent. Wise gets one kill. He gets another. The Divine Judgment finally comes in, but Wise will be able to walk away from that one easily. Rainbow trying to make the most out of the situation, but again, there's just no damage. Matt joins in the fight. Gonna jump into OHEB. The Furious Dive will follow soon enough. There it is. It's gonna go in. Not gonna be able to connect to anyone, but Wise is caught in a bad situation. Already an NOD picked up as well, but Wise, look at the shielding, look at the healing, look at the defensive stats. He is way too tanky.
But guys, talking about Wise being tanky, but did you see the Yuzong, guys? That was super, super durable there as well.
Yeah, super durable because of the sustain, and OHEB going in again. This is super scary. Why? Because OHEB got his comfort pick. This was banned away from the first game, and now it's open, so he just picked it straight away. And that's the thing that I want Bigatron Alpha to learn. You know, they haven't been using any of these Harith or the 1-1s in the lane. They've only been using the Alice, the Chang'e, and Lapu Lapu, and now Yuzong. They haven't been able to use a proper gold laner in the gold laner, actually.
Well, obviously, if you don't have a proper gold lane in the gold laner, you are gonna have a bit of a disadvantage in the late game, right? So if they can actually incorporate that, that'll be really good. But in these games thus far, already an NOD on 2 members from Bigatron, understanding that they have 2 supports, a lot of shielding. So, very wise choices there.
I mean, look at the items for Aldous. He has a Brute Force and he has a Thunderbolt. He is super tanky and he does so much damage based on the stacks alone. Alright? He's dealing damage based on the stacks. He's not dealing damage based on the items. He has no aggressive items, no offensive items whatsoever. And Max, he needs to finish up an armor penetration item, because if not, this is going to be very, very hard for them, as everyone on Blacklist are just way too tanky right now.
But interesting enough, both Wise and Venus have a mask. So
both of them have a mask.
I'm not sure if that's a if that's a new meta kind of deal, or if it's a specific strategy usable with the Aldous. But interesting item.
Okay, guys, but look at this. Bigatron already starting Lord here. And you can see Blacklist just on the sidelines waiting for the proper initiation. Oh, but they chose to retreat from the Lord, guys.
Dreams goes in for the flicker to the Estes. Now they're going to go in. Phantom Execution to the backside. Matt is making this fight messy, but again, there's just no damage. Not enough damage to burst all of them down. Bigatron Alpha, they're finding this on in a pickle. Yineng overturn, pulls them back, but not enough once again. That was a beautiful play by Rainbow, but it doesn't account for anything.
I think Dreams tried to make the big play, but something slowed him as he actually went with the Divine Judgment. And so that just made that engage a bit questionable.
Yeah, I mean, right now, Key is doing a very good job just zoning them away with that Meteor Shower. Edward is still zoning Max away. Now, Bigatron Alpha has successfully refreshed Lord's health, resetted Lord, as he is going to go back. Bigatron Alpha is going to look for more pressure all across the map.
I figured Bigatron would want to go for the fight there just because they are low, right? And like, if you leave them alone like this, even if they are low, Venus is gonna heal them up all to full, and so they kind of lost the quote-unquote advantage that they had for a split second over there.
The thing is, right now, Aldous is in the bottom lane, right? So they're forcing this to basically bait Aldous to come, or bait his team to come here, right? Bigatron Alpha, they need to look for a fight before the Aldous ults in like this. Now, when he ults in, there's nothing they can do.
Yeah, you're completely right, but it seems like these 2 games and these 2 members and these 2 teams here, they're playing it really calculated and really carefully, because they don't want one misstep. Because at the stage, and the Meteor Shower goes in and starts to take on Wise, but Wise is just too tanky, guys.
Again, way too tanky. No magic penetration or physical damage penetration just yet. Edward jumps in with the Bravest Fighter to zone everyone away. Bigatron Alpha, they're looking for an engage in this fight, but again, Max just gets completely zoned away. Matt as well, the twins have been zoned away. ESON uses that, oh my god. Holy Baptism connects, and it is a disaster. The Lord has been picked up, and Bigatron Alpha, they did not look for a single trade because they cannot And my god, Wise on this Aldous is such a problem, man. He keeps on... He goes to the bottom side, creates pressure in that lane, and he comes to the team fight. There's nothing Big Sean Alpha can do because no one can match his damage as well.
And I think that there's credit to Blacklist International for actually having impeccable positioning. We saw earlier on the charts that Max actually has one of the lowest damage in the game.
Yeah.
Not because he hasn't been active, because Blacklist hasn't been giving him any opportunities to go in. Every time he tries and make a play, like he did earlier in the previous team fight, Blacklist is just ready, and there's always an answer for the Kaja, Flicker, Divine Judgment, for for Max when he goes in. So credit to Blacklist is making it very difficult for Big Sean to do anything.
Yeah, I mean, look at the gold lead, Arashi. Already just now 4,000 gold lead for Big Sean Alpha. Now it's a 1,000 gold lead for Blacklist International. The Uno reverse card comes in. Edward goes in with the Bravest Fighter. The Sun does not connect, and just like that, Lord is pushing in Eterna.
Guys, with this situation, what is the best case scenario for Bigatron right now?
I mean, right now, I don't think they can do anything. It's already in the late game. They need to look for picks under the turret, because if not, they're just going to keep on just going for the siege, backing away. Going for the siege, backing away like this. Wise gets a turret, but there's nothing they can do because, again, he's just way too tanky.
And they can, because look at that, the regeneration ability from the support by Oh My Venus and ESON.
Again, OHEB just opening the map with that Zaman Force, dashing around. No CC can stop him right now. That is 2 inhibitor turrets down for nothing. Big Sean Alpha has not found a good fight since that early skirmish.
Do you think that they'll push, or do you think they'll wait for Lord, guys?
At this point, all they need to do is turtle. I don't think they can make any proactive plays anymore. It is already in the late game. Wise has a lot of stacks. He's also a level 15.
Oh my god.
I think it's just way too late already for Big Sean Alpha. Their chance to win the game closed a while ago, right, Arashi?
Whenever, like, during those earlier team fights, it was a very good effort, but somehow Blacklist International turned it around, and now again already in the late game with a very strong late game composition. The game is very limited, and it's almost as if like they require Blacklist to actually make a mistake before they can even do anything, and that doesn't even guarantee that they will succeed.
Yeah, but look at this. Engage already onto Rainbow. Edward joins in, but it was just a bait for that Meteor Shower. Very smart from Blacklist International. They're just baiting abilities left and right, getting pressure all across the map, and even the orange buff. They're not letting BTR take anything right now. Oh, this is
How the tables
crazy.
have turned, guys. How pressured Blacklist was in the early game, and now Uno card swap. They're getting really pressured now by Blacklist.
Yeah, and look at that. OHEB will pick up the orange buff as well. That is Max with no buffs whatsoever. And this is turning very sour for the side of Big E-tron Alpha. 3,000 gold lead, 4 kills to 7, but the kills don't matter as the objectives speak more than the kills. 8 turrets, 1 Lord, and 2 turtles. No, they didn't get a single turtle, but they got the Lord.
So Arashi, I'm thinking 17 minutes in with this gold lead, with this objective lead even, what are the winning conditions for Bigatron Alpha at this stage?
I don't think they have winning conditions. They didn't they didn't pick for the late game at all. They don't have any late game insurance like we've seen before, right? Usually, Bigatron Alpha, what they like to do is play a marksman in the jungle, have Alice in the gold lane. But this time around, they went for an early game pick composition, and it didn't pay off for them. And now they are just getting slowly but surely. I mean, there's no chance for Bigatron Alpha to win this game anymore, in my opinion, right? Because the composition just doesn't support them.
Even if they get a chance, it has to be on the back of Blacklist making a mistake.
Yeah,
they can't make it happen anymore.
Right.
They have to just patiently wait their time and try and maybe wait for an opportunity that might not even come.
The thing is, yeah, you're right. They still can come back, technically, but it has to be from Blacklist International making a mistake, not from Bigatron Alpha making the proactive plays that they've been doing in the early game. Now, ESON gets pulled back, but again, the damage is there. He gets taken down, but Edward and the continuous damage, Immortality being used, Edward stuns in front, Wise goes in, Max will be taken down just like that. It is crazy already. Matt goes in with a Furious Dive, but it is all over. Again and again, Key gets bursted down. There's so much late game damage from the side of Blacklist International, and it is just crazy. Did you see that? They went in,
Oh my
but again,
God.
every time they go in, they go for a pick, they have to use so many resources. When Big Blacklist decides to go for the re-engage, they have nothing to counter that.
That's completely true here. And with one member down, guys, this seems like an uncontested Lord. And I don't really have much to say at the moment.
Yeah,
I feel
I mean,
really
You're right, Edward just jumps in again.
look
He gets
at
taken low.
that.
Renbo is the target. He's gonna get taken down. Matt runs away with the Black Dragon form, and the Lord will be spawning soon for the side of Blacklist. And this is just one more inhibitor turret left for the side of Big E-tron Alpha. Look at the stacks. My god, that damage.
Wow. I think this next fight on the Lord will be the last chance, honestly. If they don't make anything happen with this next fight, I think Blacklist is just gonna end it.
Yeah, I mean, Blacklist has to make a mistake here for Big E-tron Alpha to come back, because there is no chance they can come back with a 5v5 fight. There's just no chance, all right? Blacklist International, they need to make a mistake for Big E-tron Alpha to win. Right now, they are pressuring every single wave with that mid lane, so they're sieging very, very well, already rotating towards that top side. Yeah, Eterna.
Guys, it seems like even if they take down Wise, they still have that Harith with its high mobility and high damage at this stage.
And the Lapu as well. Now, I mean, Matt is just zoning them away, waiting for Key to kill this Lord. Again, Meteor Shower comes in to burst them away. He's going to be able to just charge onto that mid lane inhibitor turret. It's going to be taken down. And just like that, 3 inhibitor turrets, ladies and gentlemen. Blacklist International playing it very disciplinedly, even though they've been very, very consistent right here. Respect all the way. Edward goes in with the Bravest Fighter. Matt first dives in the backside. Dreams gets a pick, but oh, wait a minute. This might be the comeback for Big E-tron Alpha, but the damage is just not there. They're going to go on to Edward. They're focusing the base, and the damage is just right there. Edward gets taken down, but no, it is not enough. Blacklist International takes 2-0, destroying the 2nd seed of Indonesia.
What a match, guys. I honestly thought that was the comeback for Bigatron, but it just wasn't enough. They couldn't do it fast enough, and it had to go down. And though they picked up a good fight,